current story of Elite Dangerous is on the move once again. Thargoids have made incursions into human space, parking gargantuan vessels into previously human systems and waging a campaign of war that by and large do not favour humanity in a victory. As we see, the Thargoids are capable of travelling across the entire galaxy, with encounters all over the Milky Way. No doubt they have come across Guardian space, and as we know, their ships are not tethered by the constraints of a Pilot Federation permit lock. But as we also know, those Guardian tomb worlds are not fully inert. Tirelessly lurking within dark courtyards of their undead masters are Guardian automatons who ceaselessly defend what they are programmed to protect. In this episode, we will be exploring the possibility of the Thargoids awakening something that we have not encountered before, the Guardian AI. Out beyond the often frequented systems of the human race, beyond the Eagle Nebula, beyond Hawkins Gap, lies the remnants of Guardian Outposts. Thousands of light years beyond where they are known to have originated from. The builders of these places are long dead. Nobody knows why the Guardians built settlements out this far, and the most obvious answer to this question would be because they can. But what is still unanswerable with cold hard facts is why did they die? Or perhaps, why did they leave these places? As we know, the Guardian AI was the supposed executioner of the Guardians. They wiped out their own creators and fled into the void. Before the Great Schism that resulted in this extinction event, many of the Guardian race fled out from their brothers and sisters. They were known as the Exiles. Their fate is unknown. If you allow speculation and conjecture to fill a hole in this gap in time, you'll be sensible to think that these outposts out in the void were the townships of this exiled segment of the Guardian race. It is also theorised that once the Guardian AI finished in their mission of destruction, like bloodhounds, they sought out those of their masters that fled into space before the Great Schism in order to finish their self-imposed mission. Either the last of the Guardians were found and eliminated by the Great Construct, or they fled out into the black, further from the prying eye of an augmented sensor Auspex. Whilst the Great Construct set out on its mission, leaving behind the great wonders of their home, the Guardian Homeworld, I wonder what happened to this system, or who else could have moved in, seeking great wealth and knowledge. It's in full time, folks. This is speculation. As we know, the Thargoids had an interest in Guardian space. They sought this out via conflict with the Guardians, ending in defeat for them. Guardian technology was too advanced, and after taking huge losses they fled back from the rocks that they crawled from, never to challenge the Guardians again. As many have surmised, the Thargoids pass on memory from one drone to the next. As to the nature of their hive mind, they would have remembered this defeat, and they would have remembered the desire that their ancestors had for conquering Guardian space. They would have remembered the wonders of Guardian technology. We know this for how they react when a human vessel interacts with Thargoid technology using Guardian artifacts. They have an allergy, so to speak, to these relics, but can resist them to a certain degree. They have been seen to adapt to the negative effect that Guardian technology has on their own devices. What if the Thargoids have already occupied the Guardian Homeworld, seeking out the riches of their technology for the betterment of their hive? Let's say they have, and although they may have artifacts in their control via the subversion of the Guardian Homeworld, they cannot activate all but the most basic of Guardian relics. They need a human hand to do this. And as we know, the Thargoids have taken many humans for unknown purposes. Some of these pilots would have resisted, no doubt, but as someone once said, resistance is futile. The unknowable horrors of Thargoid subversion would have broke down the most obstinate of those that were taken. Bit by bit, they used the humans to chip away Guardian security seals, in the process losing the humans who had been subverted. This creates a great first for humans. Not any old human, specific pilots or persons of interest. As they unlock more and more of the Guardian structure, they awaken something. Some sensor or some device left by the Guardian AI. Like the Eye of Sauron, the construct out in the black focuses onto its place of origin, from the void of space. They see humanity being subverted by the Thargoids. They have a new, or old, target. Abandoning its ancient pursuit of the scraps of Guardian survivors, they race through the black, hungry for conflict with the Thargoids, and are blinded from reason as they return. As you may know, the Guardian sites have been exhibiting new behaviour of recent. They are changing. I wonder what has spurned this change. Some have speculated that Salvation is using these drones to send a message. But what if the message is not for us? Like dogs wagging their tails, they are sending a message to the Guardian AI, who they have sensed once again out in the black. As we know, the Guardian AI seeks preservation of the cosmos above all other things. No doubt if they were to return to their home, they would see Thargoid subversion as a threat. But the question is, would they also see humanity with its Guardian-derived vessels also as a threat? Part of the secret history of the universe is that AI have been created on a few occasions, and they have proven to be so dangerous they've basically been banned. AI is one of the few things that the Alliance, Independent, Empire and Federation will actively work together against to defeat if they have to. It's not been made public knowledge because they don't want people to be actively working on it, but things are kept behind the scenes to make sure such technology never develops. This doesn't mean, of course, that there hasn't. It is believed maybe one or two have escaped into deep space, but who knows? Maybe we should find out. What do you think? Drop a comment below. Thank you for watching. If you would like to contribute to the channel, I have a Ko-fi, linked below, and there is membership options with exclusive content, such as an extra version of this video. If this is your thing, of course. Please feel free to like and to subscribe to this channel. It all helps the channel. 07